Alex was a soldier, brave and strong, with a mission that few would dare to take. He had traveled far from Earth, across the stars, to a distant planet named Zarnak. Zarnak was unlike anything he had ever seen. The sky was a deep shade of purple, and the trees were tall and twisted, their leaves glowing softly in the twilight. Strange creatures roamed the land, but today, Alex was focused on his main objective. As he stepped off his spaceship, the ground felt soft beneath his boots, almost like walking on a sponge. He looked around, taking in the new sights and sounds. Birds with bright, colorful feathers flew overhead, singing sweet melodies. Alex smiled, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. He was here to make contact with the alien species that lived on this planet. Little did he know that this encounter would change his life forever. After walking for a while, Alex found himself in a clearing surrounded by tall, alien trees. Suddenly, he heard voices, soft, melodious sounds that floated through the air like music. He turned and saw a group of alien girls standing a short distance away. They were beautiful, with shimmering skin that sparkled in the light and eyes that shone like stars. Their hair flowed like water, changing colors as they moved. The girls were curious, their heads tilted to one side as they studied Alex. He felt a rush of heat in his cheeks. He had never been looked at this way before. They whispered among themselves, their voices gentle and light. Alex took a step closer, trying to appear friendly. He raised a hand in greeting, unsure of how to communicate. "Hello," he called out, his voice steady. The girls jumped slightly but did not run away. Instead, they continued to stare at him, their expressions a mix of wonder and confusion. Alex took another step forward, his heart pounding in his chest. He was excited to meet them, but also a bit scared. What if they did not understand him? Suddenly, one of the girls stepped forward. She was taller than the others and had a confident air about her. Her skin shimmered like the night sky, and her eyes were a deep blue, reflecting the colors of the planet. She looked directly at Alex, and he felt a strange connection, as if they understood each other without speaking. "Human," she said, her voice musical and soft. "I am Zora. We have never seen someone like you before." Alex's heart raced. "I'm Alex," he replied, trying to sound calm. "I come from Earth." He was surprised at how easy it was to speak to her. Zora smiled, showing rows of perfect teeth. "Earth," she repeated, her head tilting again. "What is that?" "It's my home," Alex explained, gesturing back towards his spaceship. "I'm here to learn about your people and your world." Zora nodded slowly, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "You are brave to come here. Most of our kind do not meet outsiders." She glanced at the other girls, who were still watching with wide eyes. They seemed eager to know more about him. Alex felt a wave of warmth. He was making a connection. "I'm here to share, to learn," he said. "I want to know about your culture and your way of life." The girls exchanged glances, their expressions changing to excitement. They whispered among themselves again, and Alex could see their interest growing. He felt a sense of pride. He was not just a soldier. He was a messenger from another world. Zora stepped closer, her gaze serious now. "We have a special way of life, Alex. It involves rituals and traditions that are very important to us. Would you like to see?" Alex nodded eagerly. "Yes, I would love that." With a smile, Zora turned and motioned for him to follow. The other girls fell in line behind her, their laughter ringing in the air. Alex felt a thrill of excitement as he walked alongside them. They led him deeper into the forest, where the trees grew thicker and the sounds of the planet surrounded them. As they walked, Zora began to explain their customs. "On Zarnak, we believe in unity and harmony. We live together as one, and our traditions celebrate this bond. We value connection above all." Alex listened carefully, fascinated by her words. This was a culture so different from his own. He realized how much he had to learn. He wanted to understand everything about these girls and their world. As they reached a small village, Alex was taken aback by its beauty. The homes were built from a material that glowed softly, illuminating the area with a warm light. Colorful plants surrounded the village, and the air was filled with sweet fragrances. The girls laughed and danced, their movements graceful and joyful. At that moment, Alex felt a deep sense of belonging. This was more than just a mission. It was an adventure, a chance to discover new friendships and experiences. He could not wait to see what lay ahead. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over everything, Alex knew he was in for the experience of a lifetime. Little did he know that soon he would be faced with a challenge that would test not only his bravery, but also his understanding of connection and love. The encounter. The village was alive with joy as Alex walked through its glowing pathways. The alien girls danced around him, their laughter ringing in the air like chimes. He watched in awe, feeling like he had stepped into a beautiful dream. Each girl moved gracefully, her shimmering skin reflecting the warm light of their homes. Alex felt a spark of excitement, knowing that he was part of something special. Zora led him to the center of the village, where a large gathering of girls had formed. They all seemed eager to meet the human who had come from far away. As Alex stood in the center, he realized how different they all were, yet they felt strangely familiar. Their eyes sparkled with curiosity and wonder. "Everyone, this is Alex," Zora announced proudly, her voice loud enough for all to hear. The girls clapped and cheered, welcoming him into their world. Alex felt a rush of happiness. It was like being a star in a show where everyone wanted to see him. As the evening went on, Zora introduced him to the other girls. Each one was unique, with different colors and styles, but they all shared the same warmth and kindness. They asked him questions about Earth, eager to learn about his home. Alex shared stories of tall buildings, busy streets, and the vast oceans. In return, the girls told him about Zarnak's beautiful landscapes, the different creatures that lived there, and their way of life. But as the night wore on, Alex noticed something changing in the atmosphere. The girls began to gather closer, their expressions shifting from curiosity to something deeper. He felt a strange tension in the air. Zora, standing beside him, looked at him with an intensity that made his heart race. "Alex," she said softly, "we want you to understand something important about us." Her eyes locked onto his, and he could feel the weight of her words. The other girls leaned in, their excitement palpable. "What is it?" Alex asked, a mixture of curiosity and apprehension flooding his mind. He sensed that this was a pivotal moment. Zora took a deep breath, as if gathering her thoughts. "In our culture, we believe in unity. It is not just about being together. It is about sharing everything." She glanced around at the other girls, who nodded in agreement. "When we find someone special, we share our lives and love with them completely." Alex felt a lump in his throat. He had heard stories of different cultures, but this was unlike anything he had ever encountered. He wanted to understand, but part of him felt overwhelmed. "Are you saying?" he began, but Zora interrupted him gently. "Yes, Alex, we want you to know that when we say we wish to bond with you, it is not just a casual thing. It is a deep connection, one that involves all of us." She smiled, her eyes sparkling. "You would become part of our family." Alex's mind raced. He had come here for exploration, to learn about their world, but this was something he never expected. He looked at the girls around him, their faces full of hope and excitement. "All of you?" he asked, trying to process what she was saying. "Yes." They chimed in unison, their voices harmonious. "Together." For a moment, Alex felt frozen. The idea was both thrilling and terrifying. Could he really connect with all of them? Would he be able to handle such an intense bond? He thought about his life back on Earth, where relationships often felt complicated and difficult. This was different. This was pure and filled with promise. As if sensing his hesitation, Zora stepped closer. You do not have to decide right away. We want you to feel comfortable. This is a choice, a beautiful one." The other girls nodded, their eyes filled with encouragement. Alex took a deep breath, trying to steady his racing heart. He had never been in a situation like this before. "I appreciate your kindness, and I'm honored by your offer. But it's all so new to me," he admitted, his voice sincere. Zora smiled, her expression warm and understanding. "We can show you our ways. You can learn about us, and we can learn about you. Together, we can explore this connection." As the stars twinkled above, casting a magical glow over the village, Alex felt a surge of courage. Maybe this was an opportunity to experience something extraordinary. He looked around at the smiling faces of the girls, their beauty radiant and inviting. "Okay," he said, his voice filled with determination. "I want to learn more about you and your culture. Let's see where this takes us." The girls cheered, their joy echoing through the night. Zora beamed at him, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Welcome to our family, Alex," she exclaimed. As the celebrations continued, Alex felt a warmth in his heart. He had come to Zarnak as a soldier, but he was beginning to understand that he could be more than that. He could be part of something bigger, something beautiful. With the alien beauties surrounding him, he felt like he was on the brink of a grand adventure, one that would take him deeper into the mysteries of their world and into the hearts of these incredible girls. Little did he know that this adventure would change everything. He thought he knew about love, connection, and what it meant to belong. The proposal. The stars twinkled brightly in the night sky as Alex settled into the warm, inviting atmosphere of the village. Laughter filled the air, and he felt a sense of belonging he had never experienced before. The alien girls danced and sang, their voices harmonizing in a way that was both soothing and uplifting. But beneath the joy, Alex sensed a deeper current of excitement, a feeling that something significant was about to happen. As the night wore on, the villagers gathered around a central fire that flickered with a soft glow. The flames danced like living creatures, casting playful shadows on the faces of the girls. Zora sat beside Alex, her presence comforting and warm. He could see the anticipation in her eyes, as if she was holding back something important. "Alex," Zora began, her voice soft but clear. "Tonight, we want to share a special proposal with you." Her gaze was serious, and the laughter around them faded as everyone leaned in closer to listen. Alex's heart raced. He had already faced many surprises since arriving on Zarnak, but this felt different. "What kind of proposal?" he asked, curiosity mixing with nervousness. Zora glanced at her friends, who nodded encouragingly. "In our culture, when we meet someone we care about, we offer them a chance to bond with us. This is a deep connection, a union that includes all of us." She paused, letting her words sink in. Alex felt his stomach twist with a mix of emotions. "You mean, all of you want to bond with me?" he asked, trying to wrap his mind around the idea. "Yes," Zora replied, her voice steady. "We believe that love is meant to be shared. With you, we see an opportunity for a unique connection. It is not just about one person. It is about all of us coming together as one." The other girls nodded, their expressions serious yet hopeful. Alex looked around at their eager faces. They were beautiful, each one different, and he felt a strong pull toward them. But the weight of their proposal pressed down on him. Could he truly take on such a commitment? "Bonding with all of you is a big step," he said, his voice thoughtful. "I mean, I don't even know what that would look like." Zora smiled gently, understanding his concerns. "That's why we want to show you our ways. You would not be alone in this. We would support each other and grow together." Alex felt a warmth spread through his chest at her words. This was unlike anything he had experienced back on Earth. Relationships were often complicated and filled with misunderstandings. Here, in this alien culture, everything felt so straightforward and pure. "What would I need to do?" he asked, still unsure but intrigued by the idea. The girls exchanged glances, and Zora continued, "You would spend time with each of us, learning about our lives and sharing your own. It is a journey of discovery, one that brings us closer. Together, we would create a bond that is strong and beautiful." Alex could see the excitement in their eyes, and he couldn't help but feel drawn to them. He remembered their laughter, their kindness, and how they had welcomed him so openly. "And what happens after we bond?" he inquired, his curiosity growing. "After the bond is formed, we would celebrate together," Zora explained. "There are rituals and customs that we would share. It is a way to honor our connection and express our love." As she spoke, Alex could visualize it, a celebration of unity, a joining of lives in a way that felt special and magical. Yet he also felt a pang of uncertainty. "What if I can't live up to your expectations?" he asked quietly. Zora reached out and placed a gentle hand on his arm. "You do not need to worry about that. This bond is about mutual support and understanding. We will learn together, and you will find your place among us." Alex looked into her eyes and saw sincerity. He felt a surge of hope. Could he really be part of something this beautiful? The thought excited him, but it also scared him. What if he failed? The other girls leaned closer, their smiles encouraging. "We believe in you, Alex," one of them said. "We feel a connection with you already. You are different from anyone we have met." The warmth of their words wrapped around him like a cozy blanket. He took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the decision before him. "Okay," he finally said, his voice firm. "I want to learn more about this bond. I want to see where this journey takes us." Cheers erupted from the girls, their joy filling the night air. Zora beamed at him, her eyes sparkling with happiness. "Welcome to our family, Alex. Together, we will create something wonderful." As the celebration continued, Alex felt a sense of purpose blooming in his heart. He was no longer just an outsider. He was becoming part of something larger, something beautiful. With each passing moment, he could feel the bonds forming, not just with Zora, but with all the girls around him. The night was filled with laughter, dancing, and the soft glow of the fire. As Alex joined in, he realized that this was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. He was ready to embrace the adventure that awaited him on Zarnak, ready to learn and grow with these incredible alien beauties by his side. Little did he know, this journey would challenge him in ways he could never have imagined, pushing him to discover the true meaning of love, unity, and connection. Cultural exchange. The morning sun rose over the alien village, casting a golden light on the vibrant landscape. Alex woke up feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. Today was the day he would dive deeper into the culture of Zarnak. The girls had promised him a full day of activities that would show him their customs and way of life. As he stepped out of his temporary home, he was greeted by the warm smiles of Zora and the other girls. They were already gathered in the village center, dressed in colorful clothing made from soft, glowing fabric that changed colors in the sunlight. Their laughter filled the air, creating a cheerful atmosphere that made Alex feel welcome. "Good morning, Alex," Zora called out, her voice bright with enthusiasm. "Are you ready for our cultural exchange?" "I am," he replied, feeling a surge of anticipation. He wanted to learn everything he could about these incredible girls and their world. "Great. We will start with our morning ritual," Zora explained, leading him to a large, circular space surrounded by tall, luminous trees. In the center, a beautiful pool of water sparkled under the sun. The girls formed a circle around the pool, inviting Alex to join them. "This is where we greet the day," Zora said. "Each morning, we gather to give thanks for the light and the life it brings." As they stood together, the girls closed their eyes and raised their arms toward the sky. Alex watched in awe as they began to hum softly. The sound was harmonious and soothing, like a gentle breeze. He felt a warmth spread through him, a sense of peace that connected him to these girls. After a few moments, Zora opened her eyes and smiled at Alex. "Now it's your turn. You can share something from your world," she encouraged. Alex hesitated, unsure of what to say. He thought about his life back on Earth and how different it was. But then he remembered the morning rituals he used to have with his family. "In the morning, we often enjoy breakfast together," he said, feeling more confident. "It's a time to talk and share our plans for the day." The girls listened closely, their eyes wide with interest. "What do you eat for breakfast?" one of them asked. "We have many things: eggs, toast, and sometimes pancakes," Alex replied, smiling at the memories. "It's one of my favorite meals." The girls nodded, clearly fascinated by the idea of breakfast. "Pancakes sound delicious," Zora exclaimed. "Maybe you can teach us how to make them one day." "I would love that," Alex said, feeling excited about sharing more of his world with them. After the morning ritual, Zora suggested they explore the village together. They wandered through colorful markets filled with unique fruits and vegetables, each one more vibrant than the last. The air was filled with sweet and spicy scents that made Alex's stomach rumble. "Do you want to try some?" Zora asked, picking up a bright orange fruit that looked like a small sun. "This is called a solara. It tastes like a mix of citrus and honey." Alex took a bite, and the flavor exploded in his mouth. "Wow, that's amazing," he exclaimed, grinning widely. The girls giggled at his reaction, clearly pleased that he enjoyed their food. Next, they moved to a crafting area where the girls made beautiful decorations and art. Alex watched in awe as they skillfully wove colorful threads and created stunning pieces that glowed softly. "Can I try?" he asked, eager to participate. "Of course," Zora said, handing him some threads. The girls guided him, showing him how to weave and create patterns. At first, his fingers fumbled with the threads, but with their encouragement, he began to get the hang of it. Laughter filled the air as he struggled but also made progress. "You are a fast learner, Alex," one girl said, clapping her hands. The joy in their voices made him feel proud. He realized that learning about their culture was not just about understanding their traditions. It was also about building friendships. After crafting, Zora led Alex to a beautiful garden filled with strange and vibrant flowers. "This is where we grow our herbs and plants for healing," she explained. The girls showed him how they used these plants in their medicine and rituals, and Alex listened carefully, amazed by their knowledge. As they walked through the garden, Zora pointed to a particular flower with deep blue petals. "This is called the luminara. It helps us feel calm and centered. We use it in our rituals." Alex nodded, impressed. "Back on Earth, we have herbs for healing too, like mint and chamomile. They help us relax and feel better," he shared. "Would you like to try making a tea with us?" Zora asked with a smile. "Yes, that sounds great," he replied eagerly. The girls gathered leaves and flowers, and together they prepared a soothing tea. As they sat in the garden, sipping the fragrant brew, Alex felt a sense of belonging wash over him. This was more than just a cultural exchange. It was a merging of worlds. Throughout the day, Alex learned about the girls' music, dance, and art. They showed him their favorite songs, teaching him the simple melodies that resonated with their culture. They laughed as he tried to imitate their dance moves, but they were always encouraging, clapping, and cheering him on. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the village, Alex realized how much he had come to love this place and its people. He felt grateful for the experiences they had shared, and his heart swelled with affection for each of the girls. "I never imagined I would learn so much in one day," Alex said, looking at Zora and the others. "Thank you for sharing your culture with me." "We are happy to share, Alex," Zora replied, her eyes shining with warmth. "You are part of our family now, and we want you to feel at home here." As night fell, the village sparkled under the stars, and Alex knew this was just the beginning of his journey. He had entered a world filled with wonder, love, and connection. With each moment spent with the alien beauties, he felt himself growing closer to them, excited for what lay ahead. Little did he know, their cultural exchange would be just the first step in a beautiful journey of friendship and unity. The decision. The sun rose gently over the village of Zarnak, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. Alex woke up feeling a mix of excitement and anxiety. He had spent the last few days learning about the culture of the alien girls, and each moment had brought him closer to them. However, the time had come for him to make a decision that would shape his future. As he stepped outside, the cool morning air greeted him. The village was waking up, with the sounds of laughter and chatter filling the space around him. He could see Zora and the other girls gathering in the village center, their faces bright with anticipation. They had planned another special day together, but Alex knew that beneath the fun lay a serious conversation that had to happen. "Good morning, Alex," Zora called, her voice cheerful. "Are you ready for today?" "Good morning. I'm ready, but I need to talk to you all about something important," Alex replied, feeling the weight of his words. He watched as the smiles on their faces shifted slightly, concern creeping into their expressions. "Of course. Let's sit together," Zora said, leading him to a shaded area under a large tree. The other girls joined them, their eyes filled with curiosity and care. Alex took a deep breath, trying to steady his racing heart. "I've had an amazing time here. You've all welcomed me into your lives, and I've learned so much about your culture. I appreciate everything," he began, his voice sincere. The girls listened intently, their expressions encouraging. "But I need to think about the bond you offered me," he continued. "It's a big commitment, and I want to make sure I'm ready for it." Zora nodded, her eyes understanding. "We know this is a serious choice, Alex. We want you to take your time and think about what it means to be part of our family. I know you all care for me, and I feel the same way," he admitted. "But back on Earth, my life is different. I have family and friends there too. I need to think about how this will change everything." The girls exchanged glances, and Alex could see their concern. "We understand that this is a difficult decision," one of them said softly, "but know that we are here for you, no matter what you choose." "Thank you. That means a lot," he replied, feeling grateful for their support. He looked at each girl, taking in their beauty and kindness. He had never felt such a strong connection with anyone before, and that made his decision even harder. Zora leaned closer, her expression serious yet hopeful. "Alex, we believe that love can transcend all barriers. If you choose to bond with us, it will be a union of hearts and minds. You will not be alone in this. We will always stand by you." Alex felt a wave of warmth wash over him at her words. The idea of being part of something so profound was tempting. He thought about the joy he had experienced since arriving on Zarnak. He remembered the laughter, the music, and the deep conversations he shared with the girls. Every moment had been filled with a sense of belonging. "Could I truly find happiness here?" he wondered. "Is it possible to leave my life behind and start anew among you?" He remembered his life on Earth, filled with routine and responsibilities. It was comfortable, but there was a part of him that yearned for adventure and connection. He had never felt so alive as he did here, surrounded by these amazing girls who accepted him without hesitation. "I want to know what it feels like to bond with all of you," he said slowly, weighing each word. "But I need to understand what that means. How will we make it work?" Zora smiled, her eyes shining with encouragement. "We will be a team. Each of us will bring our strengths to the bond. We will support each other through challenges and celebrate our joys together. It is a journey, and we will walk it side by side." The other girls nodded in agreement, their expressions filled with hope. "We will learn together, Alex," one girl said. "You will never be alone." As he listened to their words, Alex felt his heart swell with emotion. He imagined a life where he could explore new horizons, share love and laughter, and create memories that would last a lifetime. The thought of forging a unique bond with these incredible girls was both exciting and terrifying. "What about my family on Earth?" he asked, a hint of worry in his voice. "Will I ever see them again?" Zora placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You can choose to visit them whenever you want. Our bond will not take away your past. It will add to your future. You will have two homes, Alex." The idea of having two places to belong to filled him with hope. He could keep his connections on Earth while also creating new ones here on Zarnak. It was an opportunity he had never imagined. After a moment of silence, Alex finally spoke, his voice steady and clear. "I want to bond with all of you. I want to experience this love and connection you've shown me. I'm ready to take this leap." Cheers erupted from the girls, their joy echoing through the village. Zora jumped up, her face beaming with happiness. "Welcome to our family, Alex. Together, we will create a beautiful life." As the excitement settled, Alex felt a sense of peace wash over him. He had made his choice, and now he could fully embrace this new chapter of his life. The journey ahead would be filled with challenges, but with the support of Zora and the other girls, he felt ready to face anything. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, illuminating the village with its warm glow, Alex knew that he was exactly where he was meant to be. He had found a home in the hearts of these alien beauties, and together they would embark on an incredible adventure filled with love, discovery, and unity. Little did he know how much this decision would change him and lead to a future beyond his wildest dreams. The ceremony. The day of the ceremony dawned bright and clear on Zarnak, with a sky painted in shades of blue and soft clouds drifting lazily by. Excitement filled the air as Alex prepared for the most important moment of his life. Today, he would bond with Zora and the other alien girls, becoming part of their family in a way that felt both thrilling and surreal. As he stepped outside, he was greeted by the bustling energy of the village. The sounds of laughter, music, and chatter echoed around him. Colorful decorations adorned every corner, and the scent of sweet flowers filled the air. It was a festival day, and the villagers were busy preparing for the celebration. Zora appeared, her radiant smile brightening the morning. She wore a stunning gown made of shimmering fabric that reflected the colors of the environment. The other girls were dressed similarly, each showcasing their unique styles while maintaining a sense of unity. Alex couldn't help but be captivated by their beauty. "Are you ready, Alex?" Zora asked, her eyes sparkling with joy. "I think so," he replied, feeling a mix of nerves and excitement. "I've never done anything like this before." "That's okay. Just be yourself," Zora reassured him, taking his hand. "We are all here together, and this day will be special." As they walked toward the center of the village, Alex could feel the energy of the crowd. Villagers gathered around, dressed in their finest clothes, excited to witness the ceremony. The girls led him to a large open area surrounded by trees adorned with glowing flowers. In the center stood a beautifully crafted altar, decorated with vibrant plants and colorful crystals that sparkled in the sunlight. Alex's heart raced as he took in the sight. This was not just a ceremony. It was a celebration of love, connection, and unity. He could see the anticipation in the eyes of the villagers and the warm smiles of the girls. "Welcome, everyone," Zora called out, her voice carrying over the crowd. "Today, we gather to celebrate a special bond. Alex has chosen to join our family, and we are excited to share this moment with all of you." Cheers erupted from the villagers, and Alex felt a wave of warmth wash over him. He was filled with gratitude for being welcomed into such a loving community. The ceremony began with music, a soft melody played on instruments that resembled harps and flutes. The sound was enchanting, wrapping around them like a warm embrace. As the music played, the girls began to dance gracefully, their movements flowing like water. Alex watched in awe, feeling the rhythm in his heart. After a few moments, Zora stepped forward, her expression serious yet filled with love. "Today, we celebrate the joining of our hearts. We will each share our vows, expressing our love and commitment to Alex. One by one, the girls took turns sharing their vows. They spoke of trust, friendship, and the joy of having Alex in their lives. Each vow was unique, reflecting the special connection they felt with him. As he listened, tears filled his eyes. He had never felt so cherished and accepted. When it was finally Alex's turn, he felt the weight of their expectations. He took a deep breath and spoke from his heart. I never expected to find such love and kindness. You have all welcomed me into your lives, and I am grateful. I promise to support you, learn from you, and cherish our bond. Together, we will create a beautiful future. The crowd erupted in applause, and Zora beamed at him, her eyes shining with happiness. Thank you, Alex. Your words mean so much to us. We are honored to have you in our family. As the ceremony continued, the girls led Alex to the altar, where a special crystal awaited them. It glowed softly, pulsating with colors that matched their outfits. This crystal represents our bond, Zora explained. When we touch it together, it will seal our commitment. With hearts racing, they placed their hands on the crystal. A warm light enveloped them, and Alex felt a surge of energy coursing through him. It was as if the very essence of their connection flowed into him, filling him with love and warmth. He glanced at the girls, their faces illuminated with joy, and he knew he had made the right choice. As the light faded, the crowd erupted into cheers once more. The villagers began to dance and celebrate, filling the air with laughter and joy. Alex felt a sense of belonging that he had never known before. He was no longer just an outsider. He was part of this incredible family. Zora took his hand, pulling him into the festivities. The music was infectious, and soon Alex found himself dancing with the girls, his heart soaring. They moved gracefully, their laughter echoing in the warm air. It was a celebration of love, unity, and new beginnings. Throughout the day, they shared food, stories, and laughter. Alex tried many delicious dishes, each more flavorful than the last. The villagers welcomed him with open arms, making him feel like one of their own. As he looked around, he saw happiness in every face, and he felt grateful for the bond they had created. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the village, Alex took a moment to reflect. He had come to Zarnak as a stranger, but now he felt like part of something beautiful. The ceremony had marked a turning point in his life, and he knew that this journey would shape him in ways he could not yet imagine. Zora leaned close to him, her voice soft. Today is just the beginning, Alex. Together, we will explore new adventures and face challenges. Our love will guide us through everything. He nodded, feeling a deep sense of connection to her and the other girls. They had opened their hearts to him, and he was ready to embrace whatever the future held. With love and support by his side, he felt unstoppable. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Alex knew he was exactly where he belonged. He had found his family among the alien beauties of Zarnak, and together they would embark on a journey filled with love, laughter, and endless possibilities. Little did he know that their adventures were just beginning, and the bonds they formed would lead them to extraordinary experiences and challenges in the days to come. Conclusion. The nights in Zarnak were magical, filled with stars that twinkled like diamonds against the dark velvet sky. Alex lay under the open sky, reflecting on everything that had happened since he arrived in this extraordinary world. The recent ceremony marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life, and he felt a deep sense of peace and belonging. Days turned into weeks, and Alex found himself adjusting to his new life with the alien beauties. They shared countless moments of laughter, adventure, and learning together. Each day brought something new, from exploring the vibrant forests filled with unusual plants to diving into shimmering lakes that sparkled under the sun. Every experience deepened their bond, making Alex feel more at home than he ever had before. He enjoyed learning their customs and language, and the girls were patient teachers. Zora, who had become his closest friend, often helped him practice. "You're getting better," she would say, her eyes filled with pride. The way she encouraged him made him feel capable, and he cherished their growing friendship. One afternoon, as they sat in the garden surrounded by the colorful Luminara flowers, Alex turned to Zora with a serious expression. "Do you think I made the right choice?" he asked quietly. "Leaving my old life behind to be here." Zora looked thoughtful for a moment before answering. "Only you can answer that, Alex. But look around. You are happy, and you are part of our family now. You belong here, and we need you just as much as you need us." Her words resonated deeply within him. Alex smiled, realizing how much he had grown since he first arrived. The doubt that had lingered in his mind began to fade away. He was building a new life, one filled with love, adventure, and purpose. As time passed, Alex became a valued member of the community. He helped with various tasks, from gathering fruits to assisting in the healing gardens. The villagers appreciated his efforts, and he felt proud to contribute to their daily lives. He often heard them speak of him with admiration, referring to him as the human, but also as a true friend. One day, during a village gathering, the elder of Zarnak approached Alex. She was wise and respected by all, her presence commanding attention. "Alex, you have brought joy and strength to our community," she said, her voice steady. "We wish to honor you for your commitment and love." The villagers erupted in applause, and Alex felt a warmth wash over him. "Thank you, but I'm just doing what feels right," he said humbly. The elder smiled knowingly, recognizing the humility in his heart. After the gathering, Alex gathered with the girls under the large tree where he had first shared his vows. "I never expected to find a place like this," he said, looking at each of them. "You've changed my life in ways I can't explain." Zora took his hand, squeezing it gently. "And you've changed ours. You brought new ideas and joy. We are lucky to have you in our lives." As the seasons shifted, Alex discovered that his connection with the girls was growing stronger every day. They shared stories of their pasts, hopes for the future, and dreams they wanted to fulfill together. Each conversation deepened their bond, and Alex felt a profound love for each of them. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the village, Alex stood with Zora and the other girls at the water's edge. They watched the reflection of the stars shimmering on the lake. "What do you think the future holds for us?" he asked, his voice filled with wonder. Zora smiled, her eyes sparkling like the stars above. "Whatever it may be, we will face it together. Our love and bond will guide us through anything." The other girls nodded in agreement, their faces glowing with hope and excitement. Months passed, and as the seasons changed, Alex found himself immersed in the culture of Zarnak. He learned how to dance their traditional dances, crafted beautiful art with the girls, and even took part in important rituals. Each experience filled him with joy, and he felt truly alive. However, Alex often thought about his family back on Earth. He missed them, but knew that he had found another home here. He decided it was time to reach out and share his journey with them. One evening, he used a communication device the girls had helped him create. It was a simple gadget, but powerful enough to send messages across the stars. With trembling hands, he typed out a message to his family, telling them about Zarnak, the girls, and his new life. He wanted them to understand how much this experience meant to him. After sending the message, he felt a weight lift off his shoulders. It was time to bridge the gap between his two worlds. As weeks turned into months, Alex continued to grow and learn, embracing the love and support of his new family. He felt grateful for every moment spent with the girls, realizing that they had shown him the true meaning of connection. On the anniversary of his arrival, the village held a grand celebration in honor of their bond. Laughter echoed through the air as music filled the night. Alex stood in the center of it all, surrounded by the girls, feeling their love enveloping him. He knew that he had found his place, his family, and his purpose. As the stars shone brightly above, Alex realized that he had transformed in ways he never thought possible. He was no longer just a human from Earth. He was a beloved member of the Zarnak community. Together with Zora and the other girls, he would face the adventures that lay ahead, and they would create a future filled with love, laughter, and endless possibilities. In that moment, under the vast, starlit sky, Alex felt complete. He had chosen love, and in return, he had found a home among the alien beauties of Zarnak. The journey was just beginning, and with his heart full of hope, he looked forward to all the wonders yet to come.